at me cause I'm shining. They ain't seen it when I'm young, out here grinding. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, yeah. Either way, young, getting paid, yeah. I heard he's mad at me cause I'm popping. They don't want to with some money in my pocket.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup,
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. A rookie quarterback leading him out there, drafted in the 3rd round from Iowa. It's C.J. Beathard.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Here's Beathard to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Hyde dancing past him. Carlos Hyde, see you later. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. But he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And his first look is incomplete. On 2nd down, Dobbs out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Dobbs. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Oh, good move. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's going to go down again. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas, in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-line. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in for the 49ers score.
Partner, as you well know, every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in again.
Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Dobbs now on second down. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. They juked him. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right there at the 43. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down, Hyde. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Here's Dobbs to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Dobbs throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now they try the right side here. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Dobbs is throwing. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. And with that touchdown reception, we have a new single-season leader. We were waiting for this moment. We got to see it here.
How much fun is it that we were here to see it? And this guy's able to catch touchdown passes from everywhere. Red zone, out in the field. It didn't matter. You put in his vicinity, he carried it over the goal line.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Back to throw Beathard.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Beathard to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw is Dobbs. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now Dobbs. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Dobbs. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show is buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dak Prescott with 1 touchdown pass thus far. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go. 1,
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There's absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
This is Hightower. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's got room. Nifty footwork at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here we go. 1-9, Ohio.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ahmad Brooks.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Beathard. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On play action, it's Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go!
They're going to try and throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 11 yards for number 11.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, Dobbs hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw Dobbs, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go!
And to give this time to the tailback. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. In this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
The bridge. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Beathard. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's Beathard to throw. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he is down deep into Giant territory. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 68 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw here. Beathard. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garçon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And the lead is down to 2. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Room here to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. On 1st and 10, Downs. Going for a right side here, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. Dak Prescott, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Beathard. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Time for a break. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Detroit!
To throw is Beathard. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So they're going to go for 2. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And this one's incomplete.
They attempted the fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Back to throw Beathard. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Beathard to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Damon Harrison in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now back to throw. He's going to let it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of